Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas alongside Jared Rosholt, who meets Roy Nelson this Saturday night live on Fox Sports 1. Jared, good to talk to you as always. Big fight for you. I would say, even though you're coming off of 193, the biggest show in UFC history, this feels like a bigger spot. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. Higher ranked opponent, tougher opponent, moving in the right direction.
And more eyes on you, especially since the original main event pulled out. Were you worried when all those rumors and stories were coming out about Cain and then, Werdum, that the fight would get canceled and you'd have to wait longer to fight?
I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but I was just as bummed out as the fans. I was really looking forward to the matchup between Cain and Werdum, but being a fighter in this division and stuff, I know injuries happen, so it's just an unfortunate situation.
In the last couple of years in the heavyweight division, it seems like if you could get by Roy Nelson, I don't want to call him a gatekeeper, more of a litmus test. If you could get by him, all right, now we know what you got, you could go on a run. Is this a fight that you've been looking for? Is this the kind, and in particular, the kind of opponent that you've been looking for to really take that next step in your career?
Yeah, I think he is. He's been one of those guys that's even been talked about title shots there for a while, a while back. So he's definitely one of those tests to say if you can get past him, you belong fighting the top tier guys.
No secret that you were a little criticized after your last win. The fans just didn't think it was the most exciting fight. Do you think that criticism was fair?
Sure. It's tough fighting a 7-foot-tall guy. And at the end of the day, you got to win. If you go out there and try and put on an exciting fight and lose, then you go backwards. I'm trying to go forward. I'm trying to get to be the best, and made some necessary changes to this camp to try and improve on that.
Like what?
I went up to Grudge, Colorado, and trained up there in altitude. And my shape doesn't seem to be the issue, anyways. But I started with another striking coach, and everything's just clicking. A lot of the insecurities I had on my feet before, I'm starting to fix those problems just by learning some new basic stuff.
So are you working with Trevor Whitman?
Whitman, and then mainly Jake Ramos up there. And, just some of the things I was doing wrong are fixed immediately just from their basic stuff. So, I don't know how much it'll be on display this time. I only got to work with them for a short period, but it fixed a lot of stuff, and I'm much more comfortable there.
It's an interesting matchup because obviously your background is wrestling. You say you're working on your striking. Typically when he wins via KO or TKO, and his grappling is somewhat underrated. It's not talked about. He doesn't show it off that much. So where do you want this fight to go?
I'm fine with it going to the ground, of course. Nobody wants to stand there and slug it out with Roy. That's just, that's just asking to get knocked out. So I want it to hit the ground. I want to grind on him, some cage work and stuff like that and dirty boxing, but I don't want to stand out there and take big shots from him.
You talked about your team. It was highly publicized that Johnny Hendricks is no longer a part of Team Takedown. Are you a part of Team Takedown still?
Yes, I'm still a part of Team Takedown, yeah.
How did you feel about him leaving?
It didn't really affect me. That's between him and the management, and they have their own paths to take. For me, it was just keep fighting and keep working hard and doing what I'm supposed to do, and it never really affected me whether he was there or not.
So the Team Takedown idea when it came out was an interesting one. It was somewhat revolutionary between you guys and Ted Earhart, and I'm just wondering, why do you feel like it's the right way to go for your career to do that kind of arrangement before you become a champion?
Well, they got Johnny to a title, yeah. So it worked with him, and I just have to train and stuff. That's a great thing. I feel bad for the guys who really struggle off the start. So if I can just go and work out and focus on getting my hands better and stuff like that, and not have to worry about all the other stuff, I think it's a blessing to have that.
So I believe you're on a 3-fight winning streak. You win this fight, of course, 4 in a row. Heavyweight division. It's somewhat wide open. Right under that top contender spot. Roy Nelson win. How far away do you think you are?
I think maybe one fight away from a contender shot. There's just a logjam right now with the main event falling out. The title fight. So all these guys are supposed to be getting title shots and stuff, and so I don't know. I'll take whatever they give me as long as I'm moving forward.
Do you feel like you need to do something spectacular, or is a win enough here?
I think a win will have to be enough against Roy. How many times he's been finishing his career? Twice. Yeah. Once by the heaviest hitter in the UFC, probably, Mark Hunt. It'd be tough to finish Roy. He's just tough everywhere.
You talked about cage work. How do you feel about that big beard getting all up in your face, sweaty? I mean, are you a little like dreading that, I should say?
I'm all right with it. You know, I've been working with Justin Wren. You know, he's got that huge beard, so it's like all on my face all the time. It's not a big deal.
That is good preparation. Best of luck to you. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.